the 2K Sports pregame show. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Jensen. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Orlando Magic. We've seen a lot of quality basketball from this Magic team lately. The game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And tonight, two teams that love to get in transition.
There's a buzz in the air here in Atlanta. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. They're still playing without the injured Muhammad.
I mean, it's always difficult when you have to go without your full complement of players. I mean, guys that you're expecting to be in your rotation, but that's why you have to go. They get an opportunity here now to step up in some of these situations.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Magic, inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with money, and it's Isaac into the 3 slot. Now here's Bazemore, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. 6 on the shot clock. Prince inside and off there. He misses his first shot of the night.
So much of this Hawks team is under the age of 25. They have a lot of room to grow as a unit and improve together. They'll have their ups and downs, but a lot of talent to build around here with the Hawks.
About the vision from the crafty little guard. Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
And it's Orlando's ball. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
And now the first time out call here for the Hawks. Smitty, when you were playing, did you ever hope for the team to make a trade to address something, you know, whatever it could be, on the floor or off the floor?
You know, I think, Kevin, the good thing is I wasn't afraid to talk to management and also talk to the coaching staffs on what we needed. Not per se who needed to be traded, but I think just the areas where we were missing. And a lot of times we have that relationship and you're captain of the team, which I was most of my organizations, where you had to voice what you think the team needed. A lot of times they didn't listen, Kevin, but at least they had to voice my opinion.
It seems like a family, isn't it, Steve? And sometimes there's a fit and sometimes there isn't a fit.
Yeah, and you know, it's tough when you get a chance to see some of those guys that are traded that really didn't want to be traded. That's the part of the business that you don't like.
So it's the Hawks now. The Magic knocking down the tray.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's money. Oh, Vucevic, position in LU jam.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition team takes it himself uncontested.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hopper Hat. Al Gordon. And the next 3 from Trae Young.
I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
And if that doesn't get too fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg Jessup at the top to order. Now some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help him cut into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost too.
You know, you can't afford to let Young slip by you, especially in these open floor situations. That is inviting trouble.
This is it to Isaac. Back to Ross. To the paint. Kicks it off to Gordon. Over Collins. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. The Hawks trail by 5. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Lloyd Pierce. This is their second meeting with this team. The first one didn't go as well as they'd like, so this time around, they're going to try to close the lane off, push drivers and slashers as far away from the basket as possible. See how that goes, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Young inside.
Tough to cut into the lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
Now, here's Isaac, guarded by Prince. Down low. And the rejection by Collins. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Gordon. He's averaging 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Now, here is Young. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. It's tipped. Here's Money. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 10. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
They love mixing it up with the opponent and drawing contact, which is why they seized the momentum on edge in that game.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Orlando. They continue to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Hawks. Not really good right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And right now for the Hawks, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
And the good thing is that, once again, there's some excitement around this team. Their fans are starting to get back on board after watching such a tough season last year. And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game. And the fans here, they know it.
Here's Young. After the Magic pick up 2. Count that bucket.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Here's Money, defended by Young. Here's Money. He kicks it to Vucevic. Here's Money. They get the rebound over Dedmon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
The Magic shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta.
And so here's Orlando. After the miss from Trae Young. Money passes to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the jumper?
And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. broke loose. And a bit of a battle hit for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And with Coach Pierce, the most recent stop was in Philadelphia.
Pierce was a big part of the Sixers' turnaround, was tasked with the defensive duties, and had a very successful track record with that. Was empowered by Brett Brown to design the defense, and that has become his calling card as a coach.
Yeah, just never easy trying to guard Young without fouling. And he is great at finding ways to create these calls.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
And he can't get the first one. And sometimes innovations can bring you back to where you started, Steve. Could we see that with post play in the future?
You know, I don't know if it'll be a lot of post play from dominant bigs. I think the post play will come back a little bit more in the form of a lot of these smaller guards are posting up a little bit more than they did, I would say, in the last 5 or 6 years.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
The Hawks trail by 17.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And the Hawks with possession here. The Magic hitting the bucket.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Here's Vucevic. No good there. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Prince, the pass to Collins.
Not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that look...
Yes. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Now, here is Young. T right on him.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Looking to end the run. Again, Young missing.
And if they could have used that trying to cut into this lead, he's been off all night.
It's good.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. We're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one. Here last time.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
Knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
A moment here to look at the numbers for money. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Pass to Ross. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Ross has got 5.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Young outside.
On the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They kept everyone focused on what matters.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Money, defended by Young. Ross, the 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
I love when a team comes out and establishes a three-point shot. Opens up the drive for later on.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
On pass to Gordon. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. On the wing for two. Poked away. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. You look at money, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Collins kicks to Young. Back to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
Money passes to Isaac. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
You know what? Controlling the pace, being patient, great vision. We're seeing it all tonight.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The two with the three. The Hawks get it back in near 24.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Cross on the wing. The pass to Money. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Isaac. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Young. And he also played really well in that win against the Hornets. Vucevic with the block. Money passes to Gordon. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Gordon's got 8 points.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Pulls from the top of the key. Rebounded by Vucevic.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Sinks the three-pointer.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Stolen away. Here's Money. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points. Is it me or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, it's felt like that all game. He is just aggressive and finds ways to snag rebounds out of thin air sometimes.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's the Magic delivering the blowout. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
The Hawks shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Running out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Isaac in at the three, the small forward.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand clutch.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
He hits the three-point bomb.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Orlando's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range.
Nick Batum, a versatile swingman out of France, a solid shooter and able to create for himself and his teammates.
Carter, he's guarded by Ross. Carter left side. Misses the three.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Carter pulls it in.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Anderson, the bounce pass. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 11.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Batum scanning the floor. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Steve, in the NBA right now, who do you think is the best isolation player in the game?
I think there's two guys come to mind. James Harden is a guy that you look at is very comfortable in the isolation game, and also Kyrie Irving. There's so many guys that are great one-on-one players. When you start talking about this, giving them the basketball and all eyes on them, those are the two guys that stand out, James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
And he makes the first.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
And so he hits both. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And Anderson has it in the corner. On to Batum. Carter outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. The Hawks again can't hit. Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. 27 points for money.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Outside, Batum. Pass to Anderson. Carter. He's guarded by Ross. Knocks it loose. Shoots it up. And he overshot that one, missing. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Money passes to Isaac. Now Ross. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Thursday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the New York Knicks.
And you know for that Pistons game, that's going to be one where it gets take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Here's Vucevic. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Out to the right wing. Anderson wide open. They get the rebound. Spellman and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
Wade passes to Isaac. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the ground Isaac can cover? I mean, between his height and wingspan, alley-oops are becoming just a way of life.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Rebound by the Magic.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Jordan pass to Money. The Magic have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
First one falls for it. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Vucevic with the rebound.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
Kicks the basement to the left wing. Anderson in the post. He's covered by Isaac. Hits the three-pointer to fall.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Here's Money. This game an incredible scoring display for him. Great positioning on the putback. Isaac's got 14.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Anderson outside. Now, here's Vucevic. A 14-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And you know, another way he impacted the game was forcing turnovers. Really disrupted the offensive flow. I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this league.
Tipped away. Here's the break. Here's Isaac. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And amazing to watch Isaac when he gets going. Just demonstrates he has all the tools to become a dominant force offensively.
Out of the zone on the break. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And the steal in right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Perfect read. Takes a chance. Certainly pays off.
To stop the run. It's Deadman. Goes up again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Aggressive move by Deadman. Challenge mentality. Draws contact.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams, but he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
The free throw drops for Dedmon. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him, he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a three-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
We know analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. They use those numbers when it's an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely run right to those analytics and say the reason why they should be paid more. So, but I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balance of using more than players.
Using them selectively is what you're saying.
To their advantage.
Yeah. Young with the steal. Here's Anderson. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Money. Drains it from beyond the arc. Money's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
Young for 3. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. For 3, Gordon, and again it's Orlando with a 3.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Anderson finds Young. Lots of room. Off the left rim and out.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach. Be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep.
And finish off by Anderson.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
Here's Money. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Money's got 39.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Glenn.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. So it's the Hawks now. Young outside. Now Vucevic. He's got 14. Money passes to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Passes it to Bazemore. Jacks up a 3. Young's shot is off.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
He kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Young.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
They pounded the glass every time down the floor, and it's clear that they want to win that rebounding battle. He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
It's Prince on the wing. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And the Hawks with possession here. Pocket 6. Shots good from Young.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Here's Money, defended by Young. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Got a piece of it. And here is Isaac. He picked up 21 points in the last one against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And don't let his defensive work get passed over. With all his steals, he was just as valuable on D as he was at the other end.
The Magic have shot 6 of 7 at the line. The first free throw is good. Hawks making a switch here. That one misses. Atlanta's shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him. And the layup is good. Young's got 9 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Throws it up high, and Ross with the slam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Young outside. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Vucevic.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him. And a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Wasted no time on that one. 45 points for money.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. Got a piece of it. Isaac passes to Money. He dishes it to Gordon. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that's a foul called out. That's foul number 2 for him. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore.
Go!
23 seconds left in the second quarter. Atlanta again missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
But that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
That's another rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the rush.
Buries the long-range jumper. And so it's Orlando, able to put on a show for the 8. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out a high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allowing way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing for Money.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first two quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. And it's Prince outside at the three with Collins down at the power forward. And it's Deadman into the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Moss in the corner. To the paint. Count that one from Isaac. Isaac's got his team on the board first here in the second half of the match.
That's an example there where Isaac just utilizes those God-given gifts he's got to get that one done.
Young's shot is off. To the right side. Isaac misses.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself. A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Vucevic, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Vucevic has got 16 points.
In a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
And really, after that strong first half, he has been in quite the tailspin. Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Bucket is good. He's got 18.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
That has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Young. And that one hits back iron.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Deadman with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter. Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Connects from three-point range. Money's got 54 points.
He's been unstoppable here late, trying to shut the door and turn the lights out.
And a slam dunk by Bazemore.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Orlando now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. A high post shot, and it's Orlando with another.
Man, they just keep coming at you. Can they sustain this level of energy for the rest of the night?
Well, as they fuel this lead, looks like the guys are feeding off the success. That keeps them going.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them, defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Something went on in that locker room. They've come out aggressive, but also extremely focused.
He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Ball's knocked loose. Young with no one around. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And this is one of those times where the coaches got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
That one drops for him.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise, just 1 of 7 from the field.
It's Orlando's ball. They're on a 20-6 run. To the paint. And the jam by Ross.
Terrence Ross with a nice bucket. His offense is coming around nicely.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And Bazemore kicks to Dedman. Back to Bazemore, uncovered. And it's hauled in by the Magic. Isaac's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Down low. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Magic.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Bazemore with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Shots good from Young.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Money. Oh, Vucevic in position and stolen by Dedman. And it's Prince penetrating. Here's Collins. Can't connect from short range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Ball's knocked loose. Now, here is Young. 13 points in the game. Drills it from outside. Young's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Here's Money. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Here's Isaac. In. And his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor. And looking for more.
No hesitation at all in transition. And they have a huge margin in that department.
Now, here is Young. He's guarded close. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Here's Collins. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Spellman. Atlanta gets it back. Collins. And good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points. Collins has got 6.
There were a lot of ways he could have finished that one, but he's decided to keep it classy with the finger roll.
From deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And every time you think he can't hit another,
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Young taking his time here. 2 points. That one goes. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, showing he's able to finish on the drive, I really enjoy watching Young take that initiative and capitalize.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Pass to Isaac. For Orlando, moving the ball around. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And it's in there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Ross passes to Money. They get it back. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Spellman, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
And really impressed with the aggressive nature of Isaac. He takes charge whenever he is driving with that kind of force to the rim.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And another steal for him.
And you got to be careful around him.
No, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. To the middle. And finished off by Collins.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Another steal. Money passes to Ross. Feeds to Gordon. Here's Money. Good. Another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
On the outside. Tipped away. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Money. Oh, did you see that? And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
16 feet away. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses. Just being a pest for the defense.
Now Isaac. 26 points for him. Here's Money, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Orlando, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And he knocks down the first one. Carter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Batum comes in for Young. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Hawks shooting around 48% so far in the third. Batum, good. 1:51 left in the third. Money passes to Ross. Here's Money. Off with the layup. Herter, he's guarded by Ross. Over in the corner, Batum. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. They'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Thursday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Both free throws good from Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Money passes to Vucevic. And his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Inside, here's Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. When you look at Money, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, Jonathan Isaac. This is another guy who can defend so very well. Such quick reflexes.
Between these two guys, it's been quite a month of thievery. Just look at the steals for them over that period of time.
That free throw missing.
And Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
They can't make the second free throw either. It's a goal.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And Vucevic throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Outside, Batum. Tipped away. 5 on the clock. Here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And good. There's another.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
there is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Batum. Rebound by the Magic.
And this is one of those times where the coaches got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he has it. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And so it's the Orlando Magic enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for the Magic, inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Money, and it's Isaac in at the 3.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
The Hawks shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Ross with a steal, and again, Orlando running the court in transition.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
And here is Adams. When you look at today's NBA salary, Steve, do you feel the responsibility to learn financial management falls mostly on the players, or should the league do even more? to help them find out about what they're going to do with all this money?
You know, I think it's the responsibility of both. I think the Players Association and also the NBA, and I think organizations as well. I think you look at it, we're all involved to get a chance to help these youngsters. It's not easy for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old to become a millionaire overnight. That's just not something that you're used to, and Hammerman, it has been a problem for some players in the past.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Adams nails both of them. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's money. And again for three.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Back to Adams. Moves back up. And he sinks the layup. Adams has got 4 points this quarter.
High percentage play. Working the ball in close, then a nice move to convert.
To the left wing. Here's Vucevic, and another assist for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
It's tipped. Isaac with the steal.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh,
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Adams. He started close. Now, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those are kind of like a big three. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super team. That's why I think it's changed.
Yeah, easy call.
And he makes the first. And so Adams nails both of them. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's money. Adams defending. Good work defensively by Carter. Here's Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Good. Another from 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
And all those great shooting performances from Curry, well, this night belongs right there with, and that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Adams. It's deflected. Second chance shot. Knocked loose, and he gets it back. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's money, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You like how Ross was looking around on that play to find the best shot available.
Now here's Adams. Not a lot of room. The 10-foot. Rebounded by Isaac.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
That one goes in.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
That's his fourth foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
And Anderson kicks to Bembry. Ball's not loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Ross against Carter. From 13. No good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Lob pass to Gordon. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Adams dishes to Anderson. Back to Adams. Unloads from 13. He's off on that one. Here's Money. Adams brings the double team. Over in the corner, Isaac. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Anderson finds Adams. Knocked loose. Here's Money. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they're doing a good job of giving a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
Adams, the pass to Carter. Kick out to Adams. Carter against Ross. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. On pass to Gordon. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for them.
They are winning the battle in transition. Look for them to keep pushing the tempo.
Money passes to Isaac. Here's Money. And got it. Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. It's Vince Carter on the wing, defended by Gordon. And another steal for him.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. The Hawks shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. West has been the dominant conference of late. It's been that way for a while, but out here, Steve, we're seeing the development of some great young rosters.
Yeah, over time, and obviously you see the balance of conferences go one way or other. When you have teams that just dominate and win championships, usually you see that lopsidedness, and that's in the West right now. But on the East, I mean, that team, the Boston Celtics, we all can say, if they're healthy, they got a chance to be in that conversation. You love the youth of the Philadelphia 76ers, and in Milwaukee, they need to add another player to go with Giannis, and they will have a chance to be talked about as well.
Adams' shot is good.
I I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Money. Adams defending. Hunter on the wing. Hawks passing it around. The pass to Plumlee. To the middle. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 12 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
They get it again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good. The NBA is so financially stable right now, Steve. What's it been like watching this growth for the league overall?
You know, I've loved it because I think the partnership has been phenomenal. The league is growing, both for players and also organizations. They've done a nice job of getting a chance to hammer out some of these issues, to making it worthwhile financially for the league and also financially for the players.
NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think there's some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come.
He swipes the ball away again.
Just a suffocating defensive performance.
And he's made history, GA. A new third-place mark for most steals in a game. Anderson with the ball. Left side, Adams. Vucevic with the block. And he gets it back. Adams outside. 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Money. Adams defending. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Launches the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Money. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses. Well, the NBA's had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call.
And good, there's another.
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for 2nd all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he still is scoring. On pass to Gordon. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Orlando.
And another one.
Can you believe it? He's done the unthinkable and tied the record for most points in a game.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basketball, but I dare say in any snapping another steal.
And he has been an absolute feast on the floor. Another steal.
Frank, that swipe puts him tied for 2nd all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. Here's Adams. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Off target with his 3. Here's Money. Connects again from distance.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record book.
A historic a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter of all time. Hard to believe that the mark of 13 made threes has been passed here tonight. And he takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage, Greg, on the road. Talk about a big-time performance. Wow.
And you just wonder how someone can get this locked in from long range. He has defined what it means to put on a three-point clinic tonight.
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Money.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Adams wide open. The Hawks again can't hit. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 12-4 run. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. A floater and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Atlanta gets called for the foul. And the first one goes. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Hook loose. Here's Collins. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.